In the previous chapter, Zhuofan crushed two powerful elders with his almighty Scarlet Dragon King, shocking everyone. His rage made it clear nothing would stop him from saving Chu Qingcheng. Let's begin the chapter. And with those two pursuing mystical heaven sect elders dealt with, Zhuofan pulled back his soul, and with a quick motion, he used a sacred stone to cast an instant concealing array around the group. And in a blink, they vanished, completely from sight. "You guys wait here and don't move." Zhuofan's voice was sharp and clear. "I'm going back to the sect for help," he said, his eyes sweeping over them before turning and leaving. Kui Lang suddenly called out, his voice laced with concern. "Steward Zhuo, sect leader will never agree to go to war with mystical heaven sect." Zhuofan paused but didn't turn back, his voice firm. "It's of no consequence. I will bring our people." He narrowed his eyes, his gaze flashing with determination. His heart was already forming a plan. He continued, "Kui Lang, I'll leave the girls in your care." And then he shot off towards the demon scheming sect. "Don't worry, Steward Zhuo, I will do my duty." Kui Lang cupped his hands, but inside he sighed deeply. "Steward Zhuo, please find a way to save Miss Chu and my girl. It's all up to you now." Whoosh, and half a month later, Zhuofan was back at the demon scheming sect. With a hand sign, the space warped, revealing an entrance. "Halt! Who goes there?" A disciple appeared before Zhuofan, but upon recognition, the disciple jerked back, his face turning pale. "Ah, Steward Zhuo is back! Forgive my rudeness!" "It's fine," Zhuofan said, waving him off dismissively. The disciple scratched his head, embarrassed. "Thank you, Steward Zhuo. That brat kept saying that Steward Zhuo had left the sect and wouldn't be coming back. It made me so sad these past 2 weeks. Aren't you back now?" "Ha ha ha ha. You really missed me?" Zhuofan raised an eyebrow, a hint of amusement in his voice. The disciple nodded instantly, his eyes bright. "Of course. It's all thanks to Steward Zhou that we laborers no longer live like cattle. You brought us hope for tomorrow. Though things have changed and I'm not strong enough to enter Steward Zhuo's elite labor office, at least I have a future now. I'll definitely join next year, ha ha ha." "Good for you," Zhuofan said, patting the man on his shoulder with a smile. "How many others share your thoughts?" Startled, the disciple, still honest, responded, "Steward Zhuo, all of the labor office is incredibly grateful for everything you've done for us. The inner and outer disciples who entered the elite labor office have gained so much from it. I believe that most disciples and elders are in favor of you because of how much you've done for the sect." "There are still some left?" Zhuofan asked, a shadow crossing his face. "They're likely the inner sect elders' cronies. They must hate your guts, ha ha ha," the disciple chuckled. The two burst out laughing together. Zhuofan nodded, his expression turning serious. "Then, how many of you are willing to help me with something?" "Steward Zhuo, you need only say it and we'll brave any dangers," the disciple exclaimed, cupping his hands respectfully. "Good. Is sect leader around?" Zhuofan asked, his mind working as he began to walk towards the inner sect. "Ha ha ha, Steward Zhuo, this is because of your feats." The disciple sighed. "Sect leader has been very busy lately and has no time to stay at the sect. Ever. Since you shone at the Double Dragon Gathering, many empires have tried to form alliances with us, even asking us to move into their territory, something that only the 3 top sects can achieve. Sect leader has been so happy these days, traveling from one empire to another for talks." Zhuofan's body shook slightly, and he turned his head back with a devious smile. "So, sect leader isn't home?" That is the case," the disciple responded, giving a numb nod. Grinning wider, Zhuofan laughed. "Perfect. This makes it even easier." Zhuofan strutted forward towards the inner gate, leaving the disciple scratching his head, confused and suspicious. "Steward Zhuo is acting strange. Dang." A bell toll echoed throughout the sect. All elders and venerables started at the sound, immediately rushing to the main hall. For God's sake, who's the fool messing with the bell and calling for a meeting? The double dragon gathering is over and it's only been 2 days since last time. What's so important now? One elder grumbled, dragging himself towards the hall. Venerable mocked him. Are you stupid? The sect leader isn't around. Only the High Venerable has the right to toll the bell. But he's always been a simple man, and he never uses it. Though there is one with the nerve to do it. Venerable Shi? The elder's mouth twitched. Their inner faction has been losing all the time. We, from the elite labor, are twice their size, yet he still has the nerve to make a fuss. Is he after a power play now that the sect leader is gone? The Venerable shrugged. Who knows? Ha ha ha. One thing's for sure. He doesn't have the strength. All the oldies made their way towards the main hall, their minds filled with doubt. Venerable. Shai frowned at his home. Next to him was his prized disciple, Lu Si. Lu Si, did you make contact with them? Venerable Shu muttered. Lu Ji responded earnestly, Master, they have all agreed and await something to happen here. What can happen when they all run off? Venerable Shi mocked. It looks like there are still people out there who don't care about fame and fortune, shunning all their merits. Zhuo Fan, that's mighty noble of you, leaving after your big win. Do you not care about your career? Or is it that you sensed the danger around you and made the logical choice? Venerable Shi's eyes glowed as he sighed. He had been waiting for this moment to act for so long that it had become depressing. Lu Shi was also helpless. Zhuo Fan has always been unexpected and unpredictable. Dang. The clear sound of the A bell echoed out in the courtyard. Venerable Shi raised an eyebrow and looked towards the inner sect with a frown. That twerp Si Wu Yu isn't home, so who'd dare to toll the main hall's bell instead of me? Venerable Shi's eyes shone with anticipation. Maybe this is the chance we've all been waiting for. The two rushed out immediately. In the main hall, there was now a sea of people. All the elders and venerables had gathered, all of them stumped by the man standing in the center. He told the bell. Elders and venerables of the demon scheming sect, have all of you come? Zhuo Fan looked at them with a cold eye. Ugh! They all started, with Venerable Bai looking at Zhuo Fan curiously. Steward Zhuo, what is this? Only the sect leader and High Venerable can toll the inner sect bell. While there have been some who used it without permission in the past, you're still a disciple. If you needed us to do something, you could have just asked and not made a scene. He, Venerable Bai, who are you talking about here? An elder of Venerable Shi's faction barked out. High Venerable hardly interferes in sect matters and goes where he wants. For Venerable Shi to step forward is only natural. What's wrong with him tolling the bell? Isn't it above his status, though? What's hard to understand? He schemes for power. Venerable Bai mocked. The other elder was enraged. Zhuo Fan then held out a bright badge with Z written on it, his voice cold. Is this authority enough? Sect leader's badge. The oldies shook and bowed low. Greetings, sect leader. Zhuo Fan held the badge in a similar manner to Xie Wu Yue. Since Xie Wu Yue wasn't home, it left Zhuo Fan room to weasel in. Elders and venerables of the demon scheming sect must obey the sect leader's orders. They all bowed, none daring to challenge him. Zhuo Fan shouted, his voice echoing throughout the hall. Demon scheming sect's elders and venerables will now listen to my commands, or they will be punished by sect rules. Yes, sir. The crowd bowed again in unison. The entire sect is to come with me to Mystical Heaven sect. What? They all looked at him in shock. He wanted everyone to go to Mystical Heaven sect? Why? That would leave their sect empty and would cause God knew what by going into another sect's territory. Everyone hesitated. Is this the sect leader's true intention? Even Venerable Qi and Bai, people on Zhuo Fan's side, looked lost and confused. Only one person looked joyfully at Zhuo Fan on the highest chair, Venerable Shui. Hey, 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 Zhuo Fan, you're back at last. The bigger the noise you make, the better. Allow this old man to lend you a hand as well. Venerable Shui grinned like a winner.